I restarted it. Hopefully it's good because I'm not able to change much. So I don't know what happened from like last time until now. You must have like changed something. You sure you can't change it on your side? Cause you just gotta click on the settings for the stream and it should like you should be able to like customize it. I don't know if it works. Dang. So you just can't you can't like it's black screen, but does it show up any settings when you go over like hover over the place where it's supposed to show? If not, that sucks, man. 'Cause I don't know what must have happened to. I don't know what happened to where that messed up. Because last time you were watching it just fine, so I don't know what happened. That's weird. I didn't change any settings, so it's not me. It must be something on your end. I don't know. That sucks though. Because the reason why I put it to low latency, because apparently it just has it to where you'll be able to connect with your viewers more or something like that. That's why I put it on low latency. But I guess normal latency is better, but if it's still showing black screen for you, I don't see why it's better. I don't know. That sucks. Well, hopefully it works out. If not today, then like the other times you would want to just like visit by, because that sucks to just like have that happen. Really sad. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, it's all good, man. You can like hear me and stuff like that, and um, that's cool. I guess you can kind of imagine what I looked like the last time. I don't know. It's up to you. You don't have to stay, because usually I probably wouldn't just stay just for voice. Yeah, maybe, because obviously PS4 is like way more current, so it might. You never know. Try what you can, man, and I will show you the feats. If you promise, if you promise that I'm not gonna get banned for that crap, I swear to God, if I get banned, I'm gonna get pissed. So I literally don't want to have to create a third account. I can't. I'm already not PauLInstaMyooin, a mystery. So please, I really hope that's not gonna ban me. I really hope not. That would suck. But anyways. Sleep stream? Yeah, that's probably something I would never do because I do crazy stuff when I'm like tired. Like I don't think correctly all that well. Obviously that's like normal for people, but yeah, I don't think I would ever do like a sleep stream, like a sleep walk or something like that. Just like staying up while I should be asleep. But I know what you mean. Dude, it's fine. And like I said, I respect your whole like interest in beats, so I don't mind, dude. I don't mind. That's up to you if you want to see them. They're not all that impressive, but hey, that's up to you, man. But are you able to like see me now and stuff like that, or is it still screwed up, even on your PS4? Oh man, it must be something on my side then. There's no way it's screwing up on your PS4. It must be something with me because I didn't change anything since the last time. Since yeah, the last time that we talked was last week on Tuesday, so I didn't change anything, so I don't know what happened. It's weird, really weird. Like, click on the stays in the thumbnail. Really? Wow, that's weird. That's never happened with me before. Huh. Because, like I said, I'm watching it back on my end. I watch it so that I'm able to see chat on my computer, and I obviously just record in my Kindle. So, it's something weird with you and me. I don't know. I know it's not gonna be a thing what I'm gonna say, but they're probably just like, nah. He wants to see the beats, so nope, can't see Paul's stream, nope. But no, I know that's probably not it. But I'm just saying, like, you never know. Twitch could be just listening and be like, okay, this guy. I don't know. But that really sucks that you're not able to like just see it. Because I'm, like I said, I'm watching it perfectly fine. I'm watching it perfectly fine on my end. I mean, that really doesn't really mean much because I'm using the same internet connection as I'm recording it, so that wouldn't make sense. So I don't know. Yeah, I know, I know. I'm just saying. Never know, never know. Might as well tell you about a highlight that I'm gonna make that happened earlier in the stream. So pretty much, me and like three other people in chat were talking about like what was the hottest female Pokemon character, like trainer or something like that. And it was just it was really interesting. I'm definitely gonna make a highlight. So if you like, obviously I'm sure you don't want to watch the whole stream because who has 10 hours extra just to watch that and just I'll highlight the interesting parts like that one, that whole conversation, upload it as its own video and just like put it up on Twitch. So if you're interested to see what my answer is and like other people's answer is, pretty interesting. But hey, that's up to you. I'm just saying I'm gonna make that a highlight for sure. Cause I only recently figured out that I can do the whole highlight thing. Cause back on the last 10-hour Tuesday stream, yeah, in the background, yeah. Cause like I said, 10 hours is 10 hours. It's most of me just just whatever, talking to myself while I'm playing Pokemon. But the ones that are actually like really interesting, I'll highlight. Cause I didn't even know highlighting. That's what it did. Like it was permanently saved on your Twitch account. You can have many highlights as you want. And then it's like easy editing for me because I have arthritis, so I can't really do major stuff with my fingers. That it would probably like feel like my fingers are gonna break. That's why I stopped making the sprite creations for the my pixel art series. So just stuff like that, so I wasn't able to edit. So I was just like, I found out that you can't upload 12-hour long videos to YouTube, so I was like really sad. But then I found out about the whole highlighting thing, and then I started just pretty much doing the shiny hunting again, and then highlighting. I would be like recording for an hour, and then I'd cut them up into 4 parts, because that's how I did shiny hunting just usually on YouTube. Just cut them to four, like 14, 15 minutes each, so that people wouldn't get super bored. So yeah, highlighting is such a magical thing that I found about in the last week, and it really added a whole bunch more to what I can do content wise. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that I found that out. But they can permanently just save forever on your account, which is so cool because eventually, when you reach a certain limit, it'll start automatically deleting streams and stuff that you just do. But highlights they save forever, so I don't know if you knew that, but it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet feature. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, just do what you can, cause like I said, I'll still be here for like the next uh 2 hours, 15 minutes. So you got plenty of time, plenty of time. And like usual, like I said, I stream once a day, so I'm sure you won't miss me anyway. Well, then again, Australia, it's like a way different time zone, so I would understand. But yeah, good luck with that, cause I don't know, it's weird. You're the first person who just like ever said that there's like something wrong with my stream, because I didn't change anything, so it's like you know. But I'll see you then, man. Oh, sweet, it works. Awesome. Last time, I know it's been like a week, but yeah, you said like you had Skype last time. You don't have Discord, because actually one of the I don't know if she became a fan or anything like a follower, but she said if I would use Skype as well, which yeah, now that I think about it, I don't mind just getting it. It's just I don't think I have enough space on my computer, so I don't mind because you seem like pretty cool. I know you long enough to like trust you with the whole Skype thing. So yeah, I'm down. I just probably won't be able to get it right now, just so it doesn't like screw with the stream or anything like that. Like I said, I probably don't even have enough space in my computer because I only have like a gigabyte at most, so I don't think that's gonna be enough. But hey, that's up to you though, man. Because I'm still gonna be here for about like another 2 hours, so. Oh, Kick. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of that like a while back. That's like an old one. Um, but if you're getting anything, just get Discord for sure. Because Discord is like the way updated version of Skype. If you're able to get that, I mean. Because I could just straight up add you from there. Because I have Discord open all the time just in case, um, like any random calls or something from like fans or something or, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, definitely just go get Discord because that's like I said, the way more updated version of Skype. 'Cause the last time I used Skype was like 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, it's pretty outdated. I mean, people still use it. It's just like a lot of people use Discord now. That's why I stick with Discord. But like I said, I don't mind going back to Skype, just having like Skype and Discord for those Skype users. Because I know my Kindle definitely has next to no space on it, and plus I got to use that to record anyway, so that wouldn't really work. Probably could get kicked, but I don't know. Like I said, that's up to you. I'll try to get the stuff, but I might not have enough memory in general, enough space. Yeah, definitely, man. If you're able to, for sure, get Discord because that's just gonna be better overall for you to like talk to new people and streamers you want to talk to and stuff. Discord is definitely the way to go. And whenever you get it set up, I'll send you my username, and then you have to do like a hashtag number after it. You have to do that one too when you add people. But you'll see when you actually make one. It'll make a lot more sense. Because even if you just like have your name like if you have like Mr. Sinister, it'll make a hashtag 4-digit number after that you have to type for when people want to add you. So you just gotta make sure to say that when people want to add you, or if you just add people just like on a channel or something like that. Yeah, that's interesting. It might just be like, since I don't have the best internet, I just use my mom's because I don't not able to pay for my own separate connection. Eventually, I will just so like not to screw up others. Aussie ones are more fine, but overseas. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, like I was saying, eventually I'll get my own custom internet connection just for like uploading, so I don't screw with the my family's internet connection. Because when you just upload and stream, it really stresses out the internet. So usually I tell them all the time when I like go to stream and stuff. I'm like, all right, the internet may lag for like the next 4 hours, so just beware of that. Because you want to be considerate. At least that's what I think. So yeah. Oh. Yeah, it might be your internet because, like I said, nothing changed with me in the past week that we haven't talked. It's literally just been the same stuff. So, I don't know. It might be because the internet can do some crazy stuff when it's not as good as the stream you're watching, I guess. That makes sense. So, I don't know. I'm not a big tech guy. I may come off to seem as one, but I'm really not. I'm really not at all. I try to be as smart as I can, but I can only know so much. Yeah. Yeah, enough about me. How have you been, man? Yeah, I was. Oh my god. Wow. We literally asked each other how have we been at the same time. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, you literally asked me like when you joined, so I just wanted to ask you how you've been. So I didn't want to make it all about me, obviously, because yeah, that's hilarious. We both said that at the same time. What the heck? But I've been good, pretty much the same. Nothing much changed in the past week. Besides the whole finding about the highlight things that I could just make magical moments of like a stream or something to make it easy editing for someone like me to like, you know, not have to deal with the whole breaking bones thing to do crazy editing with my fingers. So that's just a miracle I found about that. Ah, okay. If you're looking for some motivation on like a really good streamer, my best friend, he doesn't do much streaming anymore because he's trying to actually get a job. Because he's not like me to where he has like health problems and can't get a job. He very well can. He's like really strong and everything and built like just naturally how his body is. But he's the only one that I follow on Twitch. So if you wanted to check him out, he has some pretty good stuff. So if you're looking for some tips and stuff for Fortnite, he's pretty much like a master at that. So definitely check him out. And he's just a good guy in general. So have you never streamed before? Or is it just like um, you don't stream that often? It's just whenever you do, it's whatever you're interested in. Oh, okay. So you're all good. Like you don't need any tips or anything. You're pretty much all good and go. That's what I'm guessing when you say that. Oh, okay. Well, all it takes is your gameplay, man. Because once I get Once I get a tripod, you won't be seeing much of my face because it's only going to be focused on the gameplay. But on the ones that is just chilling and stuff, chatting, I'll be in this position. But yeah, but eventually, I'm sure if you're looking for a good challenge, definitely hit up my best friend. Like I said, I follow him on Twitch. He's the only one I'm ever gonna follow on Twitch, just so that people know that that's my best friend. Um, but yeah, he's good. So if you're looking for a challenge, definitely one versus one, and tell him that I sent you. Cause I'm sure he'll accept. Cause he likes playing Fortnite. Wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. So you're fine with just like killing people randomly, and that'll actually get them more pissed off because you don't know each other. But you wouldn't 1v1 even though you know each other. That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. Because the whole reason why I know it's just a game, but I don't like doing that to random people, just like killing them and stuff, because you never know what they could be going through, and then they just might get super pissed in real life and take their anger out on other people in real life. So I just don't do stuff like that because I don't want to like anger other people like randomly that I don't even know. I mean, it would be different if it was like me and you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't do that. I think it's just messed up. I don't care if it's a game. I just would never do that to random people. But my best friend's completely different. It seems like you're the same way, but it's cool. Nothing's gonna change with 20 versus. Oh, yeah, but there's still randoms that you're versing, so it's like it's the same thing. Same thing as that if it was like a battle royale. That's just my opinion. I know, like I'm like one of the one of the people that only thinks like this, like one in a million. But I just, no. But it's like never mind. You do you, man. I know what I would do, but it's whatever. Anyway, besides, yeah, I know I've seen it on YouTube before. I know what you mean. Um, so what else was I gonna say? I have no idea. Yeah, just training Pokemon like usual. I don't really have much else to talk about, so just feel free to ask or whatever stuff like that. But eventually, hopefully, we can like actually talk voice to voice. That'd be way more interesting. But it's fine, just like the whole read and chat thing. Yeah, Discord has automatic mic. 'Cause as long as you have a mic on whatever you're trying to talk in, like your phone or your computer or whatever, that should work. Because I've used it on my Kindle before, so it should. Okay, yeah, you should definitely be able to just use the Samsung as a mic. I'm sure it has a mic. got to if it's like, that's one of the newer phones, so that would make sense for it not to have a mic. But yeah, like I said, it's a way better experience than Skype. I'll tell you that right now. Like when I first tried it, when I was still using Skype years ago, I was like, wow, this is such a better experience. Like you'll know what I mean when you actually try it. That's fine. It's still fine. Like I said, phones like that they usually always have a mic, so it's like pretty good. Oh, internal space. Oh, that sucks. So you don't have a computer. You only have like a phone and a PS4. That's what I'm guessing. Cause yeah, Discord is probably gonna be a problem to download like on your phone. I don't think you can get it on your PS4. I think it's only like phone and computer thing. But that's fine. If you can't, then I'll try to get Skype or Kick or whatever you use most. Why don't you save up for like a mini laptop like I have? You've seen my laptop before. When I showed you like my room tour and stuff like that, you don't need much of a laptop. It's just like, yeah, it's pretty cheap one and it works. You can do a lot of stuff like work and everything on it. Documents are really important to like put down as well. So yeah, if you're looking for something to save up, definitely just go for a computer or laptop, like really cheap one. 'Cause mine, I got on Cyber Monday like a few years ago for 150. It's not that bad, so it's gonna probably be cheaper than a new phone. Because Samsungs are usually like 200, $300, I want to say. So yeah, it's gonna be way easier just getting a new laptop. Because your phone is not the problem. It's just you need like space and like you know more compatibility. You know what I mean? I mean, it's up to you. Like, I'm just saying, for me personally, owning a computer is just like gonna be way better to have the computer, even if it's just a laptop. Oh, I see now. Okay, because I was like confused. If you literally have something like a Samsung, then I was like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get a laptop. But I completely understand what you mean. Yeah, some people just like won't screw off no matter how many times you just say. I understand. That's hilarious though. Yeah, that completely makes sense. Because computer is just, yeah, it's so many options you can do, and PS4 is like so limited, and just console in general. But yeah, that's smart. That's a smart thing to just like pretty much limit them to where even if you say like, okay, man, I'm good with hanging out for now, um, and then you just like limit yourself. I mean, that could be good, but that can also be bad if you're trying to look to have more options, I guess. But I don't know. That's all up to you, man. That is your choice. I wouldn't really care much about that stuff. Yeah, arms distance. Yeah, I know what you mean. So you mainly only like military type games because those all seem pretty military type. I mean, except for Warframe, it's like Galaxy type, but it's like shooter. So I guess you're into shooters pretty much, like those kind of shooters. Oh man, have you played? Let me think of some good RPGs. I want to say, have you ever gotten to the Mario and Luigi RPGs? I don't know if you're into Mario or Nintendo or anything like that, but RPG wise, those are some really good ones. They'll surprise you for sure. They're amazing. Some of them are pretty tough as well. So, but I'm so into RPGs. Adventure type too. Wow, yeah. I'm only recently getting into Final Fantasy. Like, eventually when I get extra money just to spend, I definitely want to get into that because I played a lot of ones on emulators because like money problems. But yeah, definitely Final Fantasy. It's gonna be pretty epic. Um, but RPG wise, let me think what else we got. What? So you wouldn't care to play Mario now, even if it's like a really good adventure RPG? For real? You must not really be an RPG fan like I thought. Like I said, they could be just as good as Final Fantasy for sure. You might think it's all like childish, but when you actually play some of the RPGs, they're legit. Like they're good. Like obviously you're older than me, but I'm pretty veteran RPG player, and those are some epic ones for sure. So I mean, it's up to you to give them a try or something. But the other ones I would say that are pretty good. Um, Let me think. What else? RPG wise, you already said Final Fantasy. So that's out of there. Yeah, I don't really know. Because when I think RPG, I think about I think about just turn-based. Oh. Oh, you mean those kind of RPGs, not like turn-based, like how Pokemon and stuff like that. I thought you meant like turn-based RPGs. Now I know what you mean. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like wondering why you've never tried those ones. But okay, yeah, because Final Fantasy X was mainly towards just moving around stuff like that. But now I understand because usually when it just like RPG goes in my head, I just think turn based. That's why I immediately think to. But I've heard of Shadows of Mordor before. I've actually watched my best friend play a lot of that, and I'm not really too into games that are like story type RPG. Yeah, you're talking about of Mordor, right? Or both of them, Yakuza and Mordor. Yeah, when I think of story type RPG, I want to say you should definitely go for Kingdom Hearts if you never actually played it. It's pretty good. That's some story type RPG for you. Yeah, I know that. That's like, how would I say? Um, that's choice one. I know what you mean by that. Good story one to say. Yeah, that definitely. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts. If you've ever, I'm sure you've heard of that before. Kingdom Hearts. Well, actually, when I told you back then, well, no, yeah, I'm pretty sure you know what Kingdom Hearts is. That's a really good RPG. It is. Because when I was telling you about like my coat that I keep in the corner of my room, you were like asking about it, like you knew about it. So I'm sure you do. But it's really good because I play a certain Kingdom Hearts game just because it's nostalgic to me, and it's just mainly play as the Organization 13 members, and it's pretty fun if you're looking to just play other than Sora, because Sora is like the main one you play as during all those. But I mean, some of them are exceptions. Like Birth by Sleep, you play as like the original three Aqua, Terra, and Ventus. And I love how it's like blended in with well, yeah, Kingdom Hearts. I mean, but also Final Fantasy gets mixed in with like a lot of different characters from the games are just like randomly thrown in there, and it actually makes sense as well. It's like blended in. I like that a lot about Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I know what you mean. A lot of games look like really bad, but when you actually play them, it's pretty good. Yeah, I know what you mean. Back in the day, they were really hardcore, but nowadays it's just, yeah, I know what you mean. They really don't, they're not as epic as they were back then for like advertising, but when you actually play the games, man. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, there's a really good new one that I believe, what is it? RPG type, but it's RPG story. It's actually called Octopath Traveler. Definitely look that up because that's like Final Fantasy, um, really story rich, and it's RPG as well. I'm looking forward to playing that because I saw the trailers and everything and a little bit of the first episode Let's Play, and they're recently putting it out on PC. I know you're not going to get a PC, but it came out on Nintendo Switch, and I didn't think of it when I first came out. I was like, oh, okay, whatever, another RPG type game. But actually looking into it and everything, it's really good. So definitely look it up if you're looking for a new one to give a try. I hope to eventually play it for sure. I'm gonna sit up. My arm is starting to get pretty sore. Oh man. Alright. Change the camera. Alright. What do you mean stream for me? Like on my account? Nah, you got your account for a reason. I like to keep my account to myself so that, I trust you and all that stuff, but I don't trust someone to like stream on my account because I don't want them to give someone a different impression if they come to my account for a certain reason. But maybe eventually we can like one versus one, as long as you promise not to build, because building is literally the most annoying thing. I think it would just be best not to build, even though that's the whole point of the game. But yeah, I would love to play sometime when I actually. You know what? Heck, when I finally go over to my best friend's house, whenever he finally invites me over again, because I don't like asking to go over to people's houses just to not annoy them. Yeah, I'll keep you in mind to like go up against and stuff like that. Cause you have a PS4, you said he has PS4 as well, two of them, so we like face each other and stuff. So that would be pretty fun. Trust me. Well, you and him are pretty good at Fortnite. I'm still like decent, but hey, I'm up for it, man. Whenever it happens, it happens. But that'll be super exciting. Oh man. Oh, you mean? Oh, I didn't. I thought it was the same message. I was waiting for you to type something. So yeah, I probably could eventually, but like I said, I'm pretty busy most of the time, just editing and everything like that. So I'll try to watch your stuff, but it's not gonna be that often. So don't think of it like I'm against you or anything. It's just I literally don't have the time because our time zones are different. I might just be asleep or just be, something along the lines of still working to where I really can't. But hey, I'll do my best, man. I'll do my best to just check out your stuff. Yeah, I'll think about it because I really don't majorly like watching, even if it's just like I'm having someone like a lot of bonds with. I just really don't like watching stuff that I don't usually watch in my free time because it just I have people I subscribe to that I watch Fortnite from, like some of them being like basically I do work stuff like that because they originally I watched them and subscribed to them because they're like super funny. So it's like I don't know. This is I'm not really in way into Fortnite just like watching it either playing it either because it's just not that interesting to me. I mainly like to stick with the games I play already, but I don't know. Maybe someday, just like new stuff, if you come out and I could get interested. But usually I just like to, when I have my free time, it's just usually by myself, just watching YouTube or just like, for now I'm just playing Minecraft, trying to grind to beat vanilla Minecraft and just, I don't know, just stuff to pass the time to where it's not going to be like work to me, to where it's actually feeling like free time to me. So don't take anything wrong against that. I have nothing against you. It's just like, I only want to watch stuff that I really want to watch in my free time, because otherwise it'll just be like work. I'm sure you understand. You wouldn't want to watch something that you know is going to be boring. You wouldn't watch already, just to like help someone out. I'm sure you would understand. Yeah, because when I'm done editing this 10 hours stream and all that later today, I'm probably gonna have to shed some sleep because I don't know, got to do a lot of stuff still. Because last Tuesday, that's what I had to do. It took like a long time for it to upload. I wanted to make sure it's all uploaded, and then I'll go to sleep. But I gotta make sure it's all good. Gotta make sure everything's all set. No, I'm just a really considerate person. Like I'm not just trying to say that to like say, oh, I'm better than everyone else. No, I like to apologize while I think it's appropriate to apologize. So don't think it's you just doing that just because you're like we have some good bonds. It's just like I would do that to anyone. Just, if I feel like I gotta say sorry, then I should. I mean, pretty stereotypical what I'm about to say, but I'm not Canadian, so it's like really weird that I would say sorry so much. But yeah, I just am a really considerate person. Like I said, I'm a one in a million, so you won't see many people acting the way that I do. Yeah, you're the one of the fans of that. I have that I like the most because we just like connect a lot. I mean, yeah, my other fans, the reason why they're following me and stuff like that is because they like who I am. But you're the one who like really connects with me. They just like usually like to watch, but we actually have like full on conversations. So when we finally are able to like talk voice to voice, it'll be so much better. Like seriously, so deep bonding, man. It's deep bonding. I really enjoy these times. I would say, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say it right now. You're pretty much like an older brother to me. I'm the oldest, second. Well, no, not second oldest, because I got two stepsisters. But I'm the oldest guy in my family, so it's just like, yeah, I know what you mean. I definitely stand by my words. Doesn't mean people like say different stuff to me. I won't change just because of that. But yeah, I figured I just like explain that because why not? Might branch out to that eventually, so might as well just say it now. So I'm sure you like playing something while we're talking, because I'm not that interesting to talk to. So I'm sure you like playing like an RPG or something like that, or Fortnite. So, what are you doing right now besides, watching me stream or listening to me stream? Like I said, I'm just playing some Pokemon Omega Ruby, grinding my team to 61 to take on the Delta episode. That's been what I've been doing like the whole day, I would say, the whole 10-hour Tuesday stream. Whatever to pass the time, pretty much. Usually I like to do productive stuff. So eventually I'm gonna want to shiny hunt in this game, in these games. It's just making toast, okay. I see, that's cool, that's cool. What kind of shows do you like watching? I don't watch that many shows. I usually just like stick to anime every once in a while, but I know some pretty good ones. Depends on what you're interested in. Same with like movies and stuff like that. I don't mind watching it with other people. It's just like on my own. It's just like anything that's over 35 minutes, I just like get so bored with. So it's just so many videos and stuff, so many animes and shows I just don't watch because they're like over 35 minutes. I just gotta be smart about my time because most of the time I just want to be able to work and do the best I can to make this into a career. Because like I said, yeah, it's anime. You actually watch anime for real? That's awesome. Comedy, so I'm sure you. This is a pretty old one, but you like sitcoms or just like comedy, like these days comedy? Because sitcoms, I know some old ones that are pretty sweet. I don't watch anymore, but hey, I would definitely be down to watch with like someone that I know or something like that just to pass the time. Hey, what's up, Jordy? Yeah, that's the 10th. This is what actually I sleep in, man. So, uh, sorry, I didn't want to assume gender, but they're just assuming, but it's fine. Yeah, I just sleep inside it, man. Just lay the blanket down on the ground and I just sleep inside it. That's literally what I do. Yeah, I watch a lot of different animes, but old sitcoms, looking for some good ones. Seinfeld, Friends. Those are some good ones, man. 70s show. Those are some pretty good ones. If you haven't seen them, or just to revisit them, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. No, I don't. I don't drink or anything in there because I know if I get like stains in there, it's gonna affect my blanket. I absolutely do not listen to Sinister. He almost got the whole thing down. It's like a mini mansion. It's like my own little world, but no, I don't actually eat the stuff in there. Yeah, nice try, Sinister, nice try. But I know my tent. Yeah, the whole story, I don't even think I told Sinister this one. The whole reason why I don't sleep on a mattress is back when I used to sleep on a mattress. I used to do a lot of sit-ups and crunches, and that's like a form of a workout, and it was a spring one, so I was just doing that like usual one day, and then out of nowhere, just like in my back, I just felt like a poke, and I was like, what the heck is that? And then I saw the spring, like a bit of it poking out, and I could have been paralyzed for life, so I was like, no, I'm never going to sleep on a spring mattress again, so I just stuck with something that I knew is going to be safe, so I just stuck with this tent. This tent actually has a lot of memories. I used to go camping a lot with, back when I was really young, used to camp, and used to use this tent as the, family tent, so it's a pretty special tent. My mom was nice enough to just give it to me, so that was awesome. Because I'm like 6'1", and I'm able to fully lay down in it, and it works. It works perfectly fine. And it's great to like zip it up and everything, just so spiders and stuff don't get in, because it's pretty much protected, so it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I mean, yeah, it takes up about like 75% of my room, but I still love it. Still love it nonetheless. Sinister, so you say you like RPGs, but have you ever actually just got into Pokemon? Like, or you ever think you are going to? Because whenever you do, I really just want to battle you, because I think that would be so fun. But like I said, if you're not into that, then that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, eventually RPG-wise, it's like raising your own army pretty much. It's so great. So great. I mean, it's pretty childish, don't get me wrong, you probably think, but I just love it. Love it. I mean, if you like know me just even over the internet in real life, I'm like one of the most responsible people you'll ever meet. But I like to have fun as well, but I like to keep my responsibilities up. So me being a man of responsibility and all that stuff, and mainly seriousness, play Pokemon, it's some serious, some good stuff. But just games that I like in general, like I don't care how old they are or anything like that. If I like them, then I like them. There's nothing wrong with them being old. I'm sure you know about that. That kind of feeling. Nostalgic stuff is just always going to be nice. Yeah, I know what you mean. A lot of people play some old style games. Like I'm one of them. Once I get a tripod, you'll be seeing so many different more series. So it's like I actually focus on my gameplay and all that. Um, but yeah, I definitely look forward to playing stuff from back in the day. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I know. Some games you just know are so good you gotta go back to. Like even games back in the day, I used to just play even though they pissed me off. Like I used to have serious anger problems, but now I'm pretty much like a master of my anger. Um, but even those games that I really like, I'm getting back into them again just to prove that I'm a master of my anger, and it's gonna be fun because if I do ever get angry, it's not gonna be to the point where it's gonna change my life, but it's just gonna be an interesting moment for like highlights. That's why it's cool to do stuff live. You never know what your reaction's gonna be like. It can be pretty crazy, man. That's why I love this whole live streaming thing. I used to just only do YouTube, but then my best friend got me to like seeing him live stream and stuff. I was like, wow, it really seems pretty awesome connecting with your viewers and stuff. So that's why I do it. That's why I live stream. Oh, if you're looking for someone that does really good reviews, like on games in general, and he's just a pretty funny guy, definitely go check out JonTron on YouTube. I don't think he streams, but he's like a classic gamer. Like he's played about any game that you can think of, and he's done like reviews on them and stuff like that. And he's so funny. He's so funny. Wow. He got called out. That's why he quit. That's what could happen. Pressure can do that stuff to you, man. It can really screw you up if you get called out live. And yeah, most of the time you're pretty screwed. You're like, oh man, can't handle this. I'm just out. Yeah, I know, but it's like when someone knows that um, that there's another person that is so much better than them, and then you just pretty much say something as simple as like good game and all that stuff. That can really set off people for some reason. It just does because they're like, oh, I can never catch up because you're too good, and then they just are like, I might as well just quit. I know that for sure. Like I've had that feeling in my life, and good thing I'm not like that anymore. But yeah, some people can have that happen. Even if you don't call them out, just simply saying those like respectable words of like a good game or something. Even though they know that you're so much better, it just happens, man. Sometimes you're too good. I know one game we've got to play sometime if we ever play, games together in general. It's got to be Bomberman. Bomberman is such a classic but simple game, but it can tear apart friendships. And if you're good enough, it's like I was like playing with my brothers on that, like one of the older Bomberman 93s on the Wii. Um, Literally just as simple as like just going around and bombing people and stuff. Um, but it's so fun because I was so good that I was like laughing like so loud and I was like crying while I was laughing, but I was still just like absolutely destroying my brothers in the game. And they're not that much younger than I am. They're like only a few years, so it's just funny how much better you can be at something and not mean to do that. Oh, so you played Fortnite since the beginning? Okay, I thought you only joined like recently because you said like you only joined since the PS4, which I don't think it was out at the beginning since PS4. I'm pretty sure it only recently came out, like season 3 or season 4. I'm not much into Fortnite, so I wouldn't really know. But I have like my brothers that play, and then my sister's boyfriend is really into it too, and obviously my best friend as well. So yeah, I hear about it and stuff, and I watch some videos when I want to on YouTube. Yeah, so huh. So you must have played on more than just like you must have played on like mobile or something. Yeah, I remember when I was seeing like the really old times with Fortnite back way back then. It was apparently out for years, but it only came good recently because the battle royale. That's why it became so popular because it had so many things that people wanted to have multiplayer, but it wasn't. That's why it wasn't that interesting. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it's just interesting how much better a game can get when it gets multiplayer. But another game that's like a shooter, I don't know if you heard of it before. You can get it on your, I don't know actually, maybe not on the PS4, but it's a game called Left 4 Dead 2. Oh, well, there's Left 4 Dead 1, but Left 4 Dead 2 is the one you want for like add-ons and stuff. That's a really good game to just play um, shooters and it's like zombie types if you're into that stuff. But it's fun for sure. It's fun just to play multiplayer and stuff like that. No, when I mean zombie type, like Left 4 Dead is way different from like H1Z1, World War Z. It's not like that. It's like pretty much how it is like you start out in a safe room, a safe house, I think is what you call it, and then once you exit that safe room, you've got to make your way and battle your way, like picking up weapons and stuff on the way, and just going to the other side. And there's like so many maps, and Obviously, like first and second is like different characters, but it's good, man. It's really good. Like I said, I don't think it's available for PS4, but if you're ever looking for like to go like to Xbox for some reason, Halo is another good one. The original Halo. I mean, the newer Halos is like eh. Or like I mean, Combat Evolved. That's what I'm talking about. And like the second Halo as well. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of that as well. But there's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of classical games that only certain consoles have. Like this one randomly out of nowhere. It's only PlayStation exclusive. It's called Little Big Planet. It's like a big sandbox game, but it's like so fun to play the creative maps and stuff. Oh, it's I thought you were talking about the movie World War Z. Because I'm pretty sure there's a movie that's called World War Z that came out actually a few years ago. Yeah, but I don't think I've heard of a game World War Z. I don't know. Maybe I have, but I'm just completely forgetting. Yeah, I'll probably look it up tomorrow, because like I said, I'm not going to have much time. Ooh, so it's based off like the movie, like how Walking Dead is like. I think the game came a little bit after the first season of Walking Dead, but Walking Dead game is way different from the series, like something like that along the lines, right? Where it has like the whole feel of it, but the characters and everything are different. It's usually how most games and movies like combine. There's always something way different. So much rather tell. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out for sure. I'm hoping I can remember that. So I should have a lot of free time tomorrow. So last time I was checking what you were doing, you said you're like chilling on Netflix, making toast. Bought too flashy? What does that mean? But anyway, I was just about to say, when you eat toast, do you just like straight up eat it normally, or do you actually like make it into a sandwich? Because you can make some good sandwiches with like toasted bread, basic bread, pretty good stuff. If you never tried it before, I'm sure you've tried it before. Usually when I eat, I like to have like a peanut butter jelly sandwich, except like use bagel bread, and it's so nice. It's like thick bread, you know what I mean? Oh, okay. What kind of animes are you into? Because I've got a lot for you, depending on you watch like English dubbed or English subbed. I'm like, I want to say an anime master. I'm not a weeb, but I'm like on the lines of an anime master, pretty much. I know some pretty good ones. Funny enough, my ending of my name, InstaMyooin, actually comes from an anime opening. That's why I created it. But yeah, thanks, man. I like you as well. You're a cool dude. Toasted butter, yeah. It's classic. It's a classic one. It's definitely good. Have you ever had cinnamon sugar on top of the butter? like cinnamon sugar toast. It's so good. It like adds such a huge texture and taste. It's really good stuff. Ooh, My Hero Academia. I haven't got into that one. I've heard about it and stuff. If you're, is it like English dub as well? Or is it only English sub? I might get into that when I have some free time. I might watch that. Sounds interesting. If I have a whole list of anime that I can just like let you know about, because I'm like pretty specific with my anime. There's actually a website that I use, dubbed and subbed. Oh, okay. You know, I'm gonna write that down real quick. I have a document that's like specifically called current series, season, and stuff like that, what I want to watch. So I'm gonna check that out tomorrow when I have free time. That sounds. Ooh, yeah, I've heard of One Punch Man. Persona? Wait, Dagashi Kashi. I feel like I've maybe even seen Dagashi Kashi before. But I'm gonna write this down. Hold on. I'll do this. Sounds pretty nice. Sounds like some pretty good stuff. And I can give you my whole list that I watch. Because I don't know, like I said, what you're really into. Because I haven't watched those animes before, so definitely gonna add these to new possible ones to watch. Huh. Okay. Huh. One Punch Man, Persona. Psycho Mandatory. Okay, so I'm definitely looking forward to watching some of those. I'm gonna check out every single one of them because I don't think I ever told you, but the weird thing about me about watching subbed anime, I don't know why it is with me that this happens, but when I watch it, I just instantly feel hungry in real life. I don't know why. Don't ask me. It makes no sense why it happens. But I just don't watch subs because I don't want to feel hungry while I'm just chilling out. You know what I mean? Because if I just feel hungry, then I'm gonna want to eat. And so, yeah. So I just stick with dubs. So I know it sounds really weird, but sub just does that to me. And ever since I first tried to watch it, I just feel like hungry, just actually physically hungry in real life, and it's just so weird. It really is weird. There's so many sub ones that I wish I would want to watch, but I can't because it's like. Yeah, okay, no problem. I'll see you then. Hello, Portar Crix. I am just playing some Pokemon Omega Ruby, but also it's called Just Chilling Out PauLInstaMyooin, so we can talk and stuff, but I just like to pass the time by like playing video games, but eventually you'll be able to see the gameplay when you know I get a tripod, but for now, this will be the best that I'll be able to do, so yeah, any questions or anything like that you want to ask or any advice, just feel free to ask away, man. But today is a pretty special stream because paintings? Well, I don't really have any paintings, but I have some pictures that I drew a long time ago if you're interested to see those. There's like basic, pictures that I've drawn, but I guess they're pretty good based off of like Minecraft skin heads. Objects? Well, I mean, I'm not a super artist. Sadly I don't do much art stuff now because I have something called arthritis, where I feel like my bones are breaking if I do specific things like that with my fingers. But I'll show you my like last recent art, like in real life. But you can also check out some pixel art that I've done. Oh, an antique fan. Okay, well, at the very least, I can show you those pictures that I've drawn, like in real life, if you're down to see that. And then I can give you a link to like my files, to my sprites that I made, the pixel art, if you're interested in art like that. Because sadly, I don't have much antiques. Well, I mean, depends on what kind of antiques you mean. Like the ones you see like in museums or just, old stuff that's actually pretty sweet to look at. Because I have some of that. If that's what you mean. You've got to be more specific though. Yeah. Just let me know. I have a lot of interesting type of art, so depending on what kind of art you kind of like to look at, because everyone has different tastes in art. But I have lots of different art though. Yeah, sure. Let me just get my Kindle unconnected because I'm recording on a Kindle, so here we go. So here's my setup. So we've got my games and all that, my whole setup, my charger to where it's like, I put my Kindle right here in this spot to like show where I was positioned at, and my laptop's on stream Inception, my DS that I was playing on, two-story house. This my plant here I've had for. Oh hey Sinister, I'm just giving a room tour to Portar. But anyways, so this, it's kind of hard to see the name, but I call that one the Twal because my name is Paul and it's like my nature child, so I call it the Twal. I've had it for like a year now, over a year. So then we got my slides, so look what I've used for my shoes, my clothing basket, my closet, my boxes for like computer stuff and other stuff when I clean, my Organization 13 coat bag, and the actual coat itself in the corner. That can be art, kind of looks pretty creepy, but hey, that's my coat over there. And then my good old tent, if you didn't realize that in the background, it's where I sleep. Might as well go inside the tent, why not? It's been a while since Sinister has seen this room tour, but yeah, literally just my bed, just lay my blanket all the way down below. And the things that I guess you would call antique art, I can show you some of that. Some treasures in here for sure. So we got a lot of stuff in here. Got a Nerf gun, got some waterproof duct tape, got my Pokemon card collection. Got my wallet. Why use tent? Well, I'll tell you a story about it. I'll get some face get some face stories. So story time, PauLInstaMyooin. Um, you're fine, sis. Don't mind him. He's cool. He's all good. But anyway, so I don't yeah. If you want to see some Pokemon cards, I got some rare ones from back in the day. So if you're looking for art, those are some good ones. But anyways, like I was saying, the whole tent thing. So a while ago, I used to sleep on, a bed like usual normal people would. But I'm sure you've heard of the workout type crunches and sit-ups. I used to do those all the time on my bed. But one time when I was just normally doing that, I was just felt like some kind of stabbing feeling poking in my back, and I was like, what the heck is that? And then I used to see a bit of the spring out of the mattress poking out. So I could have been paralyzed for life, but thankfully I'm here, I'm fine. But I just was pretty much scarred for life, and was like, you know what, no, I'm not going to sleep on a normal bed anymore. So I was like, what should I sleep on? Can't really sleep on the floor, because I don't really want to be, just visited by spiders or roaches or bugs. So I was like, you know what, maybe something like a tent, I don't know, because tent's actually pretty special. This is the one I used to camp out with my family when I was way younger, and we use this as a family tent. And I'm a 6'1" guy. Like, I'll stand up right now. Like, I am. Let's see, how should I compare myself to this door? Like, it's a normal sized door, and I'm that tall to it, so it's like, pretty tall, 6'1", like I said. But that tent is like huge, so I can like fully lay my body in it. But anyways, yeah, this is a special tent, and my mom was nice enough to let me have it, and I just lay my blanket on it, and when I want to sleep, I just wrap myself in like a burrito, and that's how I sleep. And it's cool because it's like your own world, because it's like you get inside it and stuff and zip it up and stuff, and it's nice. So that's the story about the tent. I've been sleeping in it for like 2 years, about 3 years, I would say. And it's nice. So anyways, back to the whole quote-unquote art that you might call it. You know what, screw it. I might as well show you my Pokemon cards. Why not? Why not? Since you so kindly pointed them out. Why not? You're about to see some good ones. Alright. There's just a bunch of stuff in these drawers, so hold on. Gotta move some folders out of the way. That's my storage chest, pretty much. Where is it? I think it's this one. So I'll show you the picture that I've drawn. Let's see. And then I'll show you the Pokemon cards. So you can see my face. Anyways, alright, so let's see who we got first. Ooh, this is an old version of my username, actually, so hold on. What, you don't like Pokemon, huh? That's fine. But check this out. So, it's kind of hard to see, it's kind of all folded up. But you can see, this is Mystery back in the day, before she even had any eyes or anything. Like I said, I've upgraded her like look and everything through like art and everything through a story. But this is how she used to look back then. Pretty basic. The Organization 13 coat you saw is like, oh, okay. Definitely go for Broly. Definitely go for Broly. That's a classic one, Sinister. I didn't even know you like Dragon Ball Z. That's a pretty good one. But anyways, back to Mystery. So you can see, obviously, that's my nickname. My actual name is PauLInstaMyooin. It's just I choose the name Mystery because, I just can't have my original name because I deleted my first account. So Mystery is actually a goddess of chance, and she's actually a spirit. Ooh, Dragon Ball. Yeah. Dragon Ball is pretty good. But this isn't about Dragon Ball, this thing. This is just a character that I've made from an alternate universe. It's like one of the old ones, I mean, though. So, anyway, flip back so you can see my face. And then we got two other ones. So these are pictures that I've drawn like a few years ago. So that's why it's kind of old art. But it's mainly based off like the Minecraft skins that I have. Let's see. Here we go. This one's a bit more creepy, but hey, this is so it's kind of hard to make out what this thing is, but this is actually a half pug, half human being called Lou. And what the name Lou came from. Now, I used to just think that this thing would be called like backwards of my name, Luap, but I was like, you know, that's way too basic. So then I just took away the AP at the end and just had Lou, so L-U. And then I just had it to be his name, L-U-E. So this is pretty much my, in another dimension, a magical pug that was my pet, Lou, and just fused with my real body. And just all three of these that I'm going to show you, like these two, are like alternate versions of myself, just with different powers and all that stuff. But what's so cool about this one is the abilities, like, you see like it's half of it's like a mask and then the other half is like a pug, but it's just, the eyes are really intense because it's pretty creepy, but, like I said, there's much better art. It's just these are the basic first drawings that I've made. And then myself. So this one, it's like me wearing like the same red mask as you see Lou wearing, but this is some pretty crazy art right here. Pretty basic, but it's still memorable nonetheless. So this one, oh, let me switch the camera, hold on. So this one is what my full mask is supposed to look like. So I have this half red mask, and this mask is a sign of power. You can pretty much have it on just like from the Bleach anime. That's why I love masks so much. But then this half is actually from Naruto Shippuden, Obito's tiger mask, but it's like a lot less orange, it's like more of a tan color, but I did the best I could with the drawing. And then it's just like I combine those masks together to gain like my ultimate powers. And obviously, me, Paul, that's me. So it's like, and there's another dimension, this is one of the powers that I have. So yeah, that's pretty much the basic images. Like I said, Portar, you can actually just look it up. On my YouTube, I have like the description where it says like box files. You can literally look up the personal sprites that I made, and I made these certain characters, me, myself, Lou, and Mystery, in sprite form, like pixel art. And it was gonna be a whole series. It would have been awesome until like the whole arthritis thing, you know, got worse. So I couldn't do specific things like that with my fingers. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole original art thing. So yeah. Anyways, I might as well show you all the Pokemon cards now, why not? Let me just fold up this stuff real quick. Yeah, not too bad of art, depending on like, you know, based off of Minecraft stuff. It's just something I used to have hung up, but I just keep folded in my chest for now. But I think they're pretty good pixel art. Like I said, Mystery looks a lot different than she does now, and I always thought that Mystery was just like he, but I wanted to have some diversity, so Mystery's a she. So yeah. So anyways, got tons of Pokemon cards. I'm just gonna like briefly show you them, you know, 'cause why not? Overlord. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm reading about One Piece. I watched it a while ago. I really don't like animes that are based on like exploring the ocean. I just really think it's like the ocean's like pretty boring for an anime place. So I just like, I've seen a bit of One Piece, but it's just like eh. But Trigun, I'm gonna write that one down. Hold on. And then Dragon Ball Z, the reason I don't watch that anymore is because like, even if there's this one disturbing episode of an anime, I just like, if it exists, I probably won't watch any of the other animes that are connected with it. It's just like scars for life thing for me. Like with Naruto Shippuden, I watched a bunch of it until I watched the one episode with the red hair girl card, her origins and stuff. It got really messed up. Like, it showed her getting like bit and everything like that because of her healing ability. But I just was like done with that anime because I didn't want to see that anymore. But anyways, here's the my ultimate Pokemon card collection. I even like sorted out by typing and what's it called, and alphabetical order. So some pretty basic ones. I'm gonna close this chest real quick. Alright. That's a pretty basic one. It's got your grass types. They're pretty sorted out. I like being really organized. Normal types. Got some legendaries in here somewhere. This whole thing isn't filled, by the way. It's just a lot of pages, like 70% of it. But it's a lot still. And that's pretty much it for the Pokemon card collection in this binder. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's pretty much just like a sport guard. And then I wrote this as Pokemon cards. I wrote that like, I don't know how old I was when I wrote that. But then of course I got the ones that if I ever want to like play with like decks and all that, I got 3 different decks. So pretty much the ones that give you like the best chance, like some basic ones like tackle or something, because you don't want to have spend energy and stuff like that forever and just not be able to attack. So it's like kind of fun because I actually played the Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color. It's a pretty good one. Just one currently just for online. I want to be able to play whenever I want, so that's why I don't like playing the online one, but it's just cool because these are like from back in the day, just having these things just stored away. So yeah, I thought I'd just, because I know you never seen the inside of my whole storage chest, Sinister, so I guess it's kind of a new thing for you as well. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. I think Portar left. I think he got too bored or something, I don't know. I wouldn't blame him, just some random stuff. But hey, that's all good. That's a-okay. So anyway, when you were saying you were trying to watch like one of the Dragon Ball movies, you said Broly and then the Legendary Super Saiyan. Oh, it was just one. Oh, you mean like Magic the Gathering? Or just straight up Magic? Because I've gotten into Yu-Gi-Oh! That's a really good one I love, just to summon monsters and bring out my army and everything like that. That's one I play like on the daily. Like that's my favorite game by far because it's so simple. And eventually I'll have like real cards again, my like decks and everything like that. So it'll be fun. But I'm guessing you have the game Magic. I'm guessing you got into it a lot if you're asking me. Yeah, Magic the Gathering. I've heard of it. I might get into it someday, but I've never actually gotten to ones like that in Hearthstone, to where it's like pretty basic. But the whole Yu-Gi-Oh thing, like I said, you probably heard of it, but I just love that because it's so complex and it's just like really good. But okay, so what kind of animes are you looking for to watch? Because I got a whole list that I'm sure you've never heard of before. So just hit me with some, what stuff you're interested in, whether you like it dubbed, because the whole list is dubbed because that whole feeling hungry thing while I watch it. I just don't do that because of that. But yeah, just let me know because I got a whole list that I just have seen before and watched completely of. So yeah, so let me know what kind of ones you like to watch, because all the ones you recommended me, I don't really know most of the ones, the new ones, but except the ones that I explained to, I don't watch them. But dabble in magic is heavy cream. Yeah, I know what you mean. I love the old style animes where it's all drawn. It looks so nice. And then I guess, don't get me wrong, the newer ones with like CGI and everything, and it's kind of basic still with the art, it really upgrades it. But I know what you mean. I really like those kind of animes. I gotta set everything back up again. But if you're looking for a good one, let me see. Ooh, okay, this one's gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna type this one real quick. Actually, I can just copy and paste. this one. That one in chat that I just typed. Look at that one, because that's a classic anime, and it's got some good story. And it's just rich for mental health. It's really nice. I'm sure you've heard of it before, if you're into anime a lot. It's an old one, but it's a good one. It has a real old, unique style anime for great for mental health, actually. I'm gonna zip up my tent and I'm gonna lay down because I'm actually good on sitting for a while. Sitting up for a while. Oh man. Actually, I probably shouldn't have my Kindle on my knee. It'd probably fall down. That wouldn't be smart. Alright. Okay. Okay, maybe not. My elbow is like really sore still. What the heck? Okay, I'm just gonna sit up then. Okay, well, I'll just have the same exact setup. Oh, and if you're looking for a really good website, just if you don't want to have to pay for anime and stuff like that, I can let you know because I've used it for like about a few years and it works. It works great. Some of them don't work, but most of them they work and it's constantly getting updated. So if you're looking for a good hookup, I got you. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, because like I said, I'm more of a dub person because of the whole feeling hunger thing while I watch um, subs, but yeah, that makes sense. Because like all the ones that I would recommend you, it's just all English dub. They might have sub, but they're like mainly I watch because they're English dubs. But yeah, any more you want to like know for me that I have? Like I said, I have a whole list. I can just straight up copy and paste the whole list onto chat if you wanted to, because I just have like all these old classic animes that have like good art, but they're like really good stories. Some of them might not be that long at all, but they're pretty good still. Yeah, it's just if you actually, because I'm obviously not just gonna like copy and paste stuff that you don't even care to like actually watch. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll add a whole list to you. Hold on. Got a whole list for you. Alright, just to edit a bit. you already typed in this one. Ah, dang it. Hold on. This is my complete list of stuff that I've seen and that they still are good to watch. Bam. There you go. The only one that's like cartoon is the last one, Chaotic, but yeah, good luck adding that to your watch list. Yeah, it sounds interesting because I added that to my list of stuff to watch, so I'll see if it's actually pretty good. Sounds pretty nice. Yeah, go ham on recommending me stuff too, because I'm most likely just gonna check it out when I have free time anyway. So do the same thing that I did pretty much if you have it that specific. But I literally just have a text document called current season, series, episode, and time that I'm currently on. Just have the list. So yeah. Yeah, I know. I know what My Hero Academia is. I've seen like a lot of sprite animation parodies about that, but I've never heard of Trigun. It sounds interesting. Usually with my animes, I usually like to keep things like not too sexual. You know, like they're not showing like any major female and male parts. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I'm good with like a lot of the animes that like I showed you. Some of that has stuff has like shows certain stuff, but it's not like so bad to like where it's that sexual. It's just because I kind of want to keep that out of the anime, because otherwise, if you're just watching that kind of stuff, it's pretty much just porn. That's pretty much what it is. So it's like you want to be careful with that kind of stuff. But all the ones that I recommended, they don't have anything major like that, so it's all good to watch those. Oh, okay. Well, you know what I mean now. I already said it, so it's like whatever it's said is done. But yeah, a lot of the ones that I watch, they swear in it too. I mean, as long as you don't really, repeat it to others that don't know swear words, I don't see anything wrong with watching it. Because I mainly just keep the whole swearing stuff and all that out of my chat, just to keep it a pure community. You know what I mean? Just for those who are like still innocent and everything, and they don't want to. I want them having to learn that from me, because I don't really usually. I used to say, curse words and all that stuff, just because I didn't care. But I just really think it would be more respectable to not be that. Not to call me sir. You're literally older than I am, so that would be kind of weird just calling me sir. But I know what you mean. I respect your respect. If that makes sense. Well, you never even see my feet, so you can't even say that they're big. I can have like the tiniest feet ever. You wouldn't know. Like my slides look huge, but you've never actually seen my feet, so you never know, man. Never know. I'd be looking for like some crazy big feet that isn't like video games. Kingdom Hearts, they're like huge shoes. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying that they can very well just not be mine, but obviously they are. Just saying, can't just instantly assume stuff like that, you know? You never know. I could just easily just be borrowing someone's shoes for some reason. They just have them in my room for some reason. But it's right. I have huge feet, so you know you were right. But I'm just saying, you never know these days. People can be sneaky for no reason at all. My what? My tail though? What do you mean by that? I don't have a tail. Oh, oh, okay. I thought there was an eye. I was like, what do you mean tail? And I was like, oh, tall. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. If you're tall, then you usually would have pretty big feet. That makes sense. Because I thought that said tail. I was like, what are you talking about a tail? What? Because it's like, yeah. No, you're fine. You spelled tall right. It's just my eyesight. It's just like the computer font and everything is pretty small. But no, you didn't spell it wrong. It's just I was seeing it wrong. Cause I'm like looking up from here, and the computer is like arm's length from my vision. I have some good vision, but seeing small stuff sometimes is kind of hard. So yeah, it's not. You didn't get it wrong. So just some questions. Since you're like into like feet and stuff like that, is it only like guy feet or is it girl feet? Like, what are you into? I'm really curious because it only seems like you're into like guys' feet, but I'm just interested. Might as well just make that a question. I just had it on my mind because it's just oh, Attack on Titan. That one is like I feel like I would get scarred from that because just like the like whole muscle being exposed thing. I think that like really creeps me out. So I don't know. You can watch it, but I'm probably not gonna. I don't want to really just have you know scary stuff about that. But I've heard it's good. Oh, Annie. Okay, I see. Yeah, because like with me, you only talked about like dudes feet, so I was like thinking you're really about dudes and stuff. But that's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Because I like males and females. I would say yeah. Be called bisexual. That's pretty much what I am. But I actually don't get with anyone because my health problems. I want to be able to take care of them, you know, but I can't because my arthritis and health problems and stuff. So I gotta stay single for my life. Too bad, but it's all good. Whoa, dragon? That sounds interesting. Hold on. Dragon Rapaz. It's like Parappa the Rapper or something like that. You know that game, I'm sure. That's like an old game. It's like a rhythm game. I would be really surprised if you never heard of that one though. Where it's like this dog rapping and it's like Paper Mario's type graphics. pretty funny. I see it a few times when I watch like YouTubers like older videos. It's like a really popular game that people just like to go back to from their childhood. Oh, I mean, why would it be weird if you're like talking to a guy about like a girl? I mean, that's kind of common, because usually, males like females, so it kind of makes sense. Like I said, you said you don't care about what feed it is, so why would it matter who feed we're talking about? You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm in Florida. I think I told you that before, right? Or maybe you never asked, but yeah, I'm in Florida, the vacation state. That's like a question I always also want to ask you. Since you're from Australia and you live there, is it like I know it's gonna don't like get offended from when I say this, but it's like mainly a deserted areas, or is it just like a city like how normal places are, like a bunch of houses and everything? Because every time when I think of like Australia, I think like out in the savannas or something like that, and they have a few houses, and it's mainly like in the wilds. Or is it just completely like that? Is that just like completely stereotypical? It's like completely differently, like from like where you're living. Cause yeah, for me, well, I'm guessing for now, right? It's morning for you, so for me, it's like getting close to the end of the day. So even though it's still sun out, yeah, yeah. So it is morning for you. Okay, so yeah, we must have a full 24-hour difference or a 12-hour difference. Because my first fan, he's actually a Filipino, and he's in the Philippines, and he has a full 12-hour difference. So I would assume yours is like that as well. Oh, that's cool. So I'm not completely off when I was like saying that. So that's cool though, because I never actually been to Australia. I would love to visit sometime. That sounds like a just cool place to be out in a lot like the wilderness and just Wednesday. Huh. For me, it's Tuesday. That's why I call it 10-hour Tuesday. So it must just be getting to that point to where it would be Wednesday soon. That's cool though. So it would make no sense for my title to say 10-hour Tuesday when it's Wednesday for you. It would seem like a lie, but it is Tuesday for me. So I don't know. So I'm guessing you get up pretty early, like you're a real morning person. Because I go to sleep at, well, now it's 6:55, so I would get ready to go to sleep at 7:45, but actually supposed to be around in bed by 8:30, and then I wake up 4:30 in the morning. So I'm a pretty big early morning person. So I'm guessing you're the same as well. We've been talking for a few hours, so yeah, it's crazy. Time just flies when you're having fun, you know. You can't even sleep a lot. That's how I used to be a few years ago. One whole summer, I did nothing but stay up all night with people I used to play games with, like on computer, like Gary's Mod. I'm sure you've heard of that one. It's a really good game. Um, and Minecraft, like this one Dragon Ball Z mod called Dragon Block C, just being training and all that stuff. And and then that whole summer, I just like stayed up for however long I was able to, and then I would sleep. And I was pretty much like a like nocturne. I would stay up to the day. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cause I'm pretty used to like talking to myself just to like have it recorded for when people want to like watch my stuff for some reason. If people are into that, and I just like used to talking to myself because I usually like just record single player stuff. Um, I am 18 turning 19 next month. And I know you said you're like 28 or something like that, so big difference. Pretty much you're 10 years older than I am, so pretty crazy. But it doesn't seem like I'm that young, right? I seem like I'm pretty knowledgeable. Usually I'm told that I have like a lot of experience for not being that old. Burst. Wait a second. Yes, this is good. Yeah, but you're older than me, so it would be weird for someone that's like older to call a younger person sir. Like I would understand if you worked for me, but you're not you don't work for me or anything. And we just pretty much have like deep bonds. So I don't see. I mean, it's your thing to call me sir if you want, but I'm just saying it's just weird to me just to call someone Mister or Mrs. when they're like younger than you. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Maybe it's just like your kind of thing, but I don't know. Ooh, Death Note. I've heard of that. I'm gonna definitely put that down because I. Okay, so here, let me take this in real quick. That one. That game is so anime heavy, and it's good. Definitely give that game a try. It's not even fully complete. It's like in beta, but definitely watch some videos on it and stuff, or maybe even play it. It's a good one. It's really anime heavy, like I said. It's I love it so much because of like the things you do in that game, but also just like the anime style. It's so nice. It's such a good it's such a good game. And I watch a certain YouTuber for that as well. He's like pretty funny, so it makes the game even better. Oh, I've watched like the entire Naruto anime and the Naruto Shippuden, but like I said, I completely just stopped watching after that one episode of Naruto Shippuden, like the late 500, 400 episodes. Because of that really disturbing episode, I was like, nah, I'm done watching it. So, I mean, other than that, they're really good animes. They're really good. It's just that's up to you to like decide if you're into like watching it after that. But Boruto, I've seen here and there some clips. It's good. It's good. It's really good. So if you're looking for just good anime in general, those ones, and then another one called I'll type this one in. It's a real classic one. This is one of the first ones I actually watched. It's a pretty amazing anime. lot of people, get it confused with the cleaning product, but no, it's actually an anime. It's actually the whole reason why I love Mask and everything because they like in the middle of the anime they start using the powers of the enemies, the hollows, and they just like put their fingers over their face and all that stuff. Make you cringe? Oh, like it'll be like really sick or something. Hey, what's up, D? Bizzle, what's up? Sorry, I had to look to see if it said Blizzle or Bizzle. What's up? Oh yeah, no, Sinister, yeah. Bleach is amazing. It's so good. The anime. It's such a good one. It has like, well, for sub it has like a whole extra saga, but for dub it has like 400 episodes. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, same here. I'm just playing some Pokemon and Mega Ruby, talking with Sinister and you. Oh, I was just, yeah, playing Pokemon and Mega Ruby, just training and stuff. But I don't mind just like playing any games that you might have. It's just I'm going to be ending the stream soon because it's been going on for almost 10 hours and it's just 10-hour Tuesday. But yeah. Oh, it's a horror anime. I'm gonna man it out, Sinister, and I'm gonna watch it. I don't care if I get scarred. I'm gonna see myself because I already know Attack on Titan. I've seen like certain clips from it, and I know that's gonna like mess me up. Um, but I'm not worried about Psycho Mandatory. I'll watch it. I've seen Yandere Simulator, and it's like that's not an anime, but it's got some pretty gory stuff in it, and I don't mind it, so I'll watch it anyway. I just want to check it out. But yeah. Oh, 10. Okay, so Sinister is gonna get tired of this story. He's heard of this so many times, but that's actually the place where I sleep. And the reason why I don't sleep on a normal bed is because when I used to sleep on, like a mattress, um, I used to do a lot of crunches and sit-ups as like a form of a workout. And pretty much one time out of nowhere when I was just working out, I just felt like a poking in my back, and I was like, "What is that?" And then I see a spring poking out of my mattress, and I could have been paralyzed for life. So I was like, "Nah, I'm just not gonna sleep on spring mattress." So I couldn't really get like a mattress without a spring. So I was like, "What should I sleep in? I don't really want to sleep on the ground because like bugs and stuff could, invade me or something." Um, but yeah, I just like use this tent, and this tent is actually something I used from when I was way younger, just going camping and stuff like that. And yeah, I just use it now just to sleep. I've been using it for 2 years. Just have my blanket like laid out and everything on it, and then when I want to just like roll up and sleep, I just go on like a burrito and just like sleep. And it's like cool. It's like your own world. So it's like you zip it up and you like don't get any bugs in it and stuff like that. It's pretty nice. So it's definitely way more comfortable and cool than it seems to look, the visual. But yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, Sinister, but 80 Police is pretty much like that as well. Like the one I was recommending you. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it works, so I might as well. Don't fix what's not broke. You know what I mean? I'm sure you heard of that one. But yeah, the 80 Police anime is like pretty much like that. It's pretty gory, but it's not gory enough to where I wouldn't watch it. You know what I mean? I'll see it when I see it. Like if it seems pretty bad to me, then obviously I'll just stop watching it. But I'll give it a try. I'll go all out just watching it. Obviously, I got a lot of animes. Yeah, and I'm not too much on as a money person. I actually, believe it or not, I have arthritis, and I'm like super young, so I really shouldn't. But just yeah, I'm not able to make money, get like a job and all that. So that's why I'm doing this, just streaming for like possible donations, sponsorships, stuff like that. But obviously it's slow because that's only if people feel like doing that. So it's like, I just do my best to work every single day because I can't get a normal job, like I said, with all my health problems. So I do the best I can. I really do. And even if I did have enough money, I think I would just stick with my good old tent. It's such a good memory for me now, and I just love it. I love being surrounded by something. It's like like how Sinister was saying away like an hour ago, he's saying like his own mansion, so it really is. It's really great. Alright, see you, D Bizzle. It was fun talking for the little time that we did. Yeah, no, Sinister, I know what you mean. Just, they spike, but the ones that really talk, I really appreciate them because they actually stop the, talking and try to learn about the person they're watching, which I really respect. It almost is, yeah. I got about, let me see how much. I got about 15 minutes, but I want to kind of just grind up my xCloud to 61. That shouldn't take that long, so I might just, give you extra like 30 minutes or an hour. So it's up to you, man. I stream once a day, but only on Tuesdays. I do this whole 10-hour Tuesday thing just because it makes sense. But I don't want to stress myself out, obviously, because I want free time to myself. But I want to be able to do once a week to reach like huge time zones. Like Mr. Sinister is actually from Australia, so it's like a completely different time zone from mine. So if I didn't do this, we would have never met. You know what I mean? So I think it's the best thing. And this is only my second one. I only started doing this a week ago. But I'm doing good. I'm doing really good with this kind of stuff. Eventually, like I said, I'll get a tripod when I get like enough money, so it's like way better, so you can actually see what I'm doing. And then I'll have like streams like this to where it's like you can see my face and all that stuff, just for like looks or something like that. I don't know. Oh, that's awesome! You both are from Australia. Wow. Sinister, look at that, man. Got a new Australian one. That's awesome. That's cool though, because I've gotten my first fan from Filipino, and actually no, I am streaming on my Kindle. I'll even look it up right now. I can do some Inception. Ready for this? Inception. Yeah, but I'm using my Kindle, and I just have it like laid up against my thing. I'm actually gonna lay down real quick, cause I'm getting pretty sore from just like sitting up. Okay. Well, and then when I want to just lay down, you know what I mean? I just do this. It works for now. Like I said, eventually I'll get a tripod and it'll be way better, but I have a webcam on my PC. It's just I don't use it because I don't really use that to stream. I use my Kindle, which it works. But yeah. I haven't stayed up for a while, just talking with Sinister for like hours. I don't know how long, but it's fun stuff just connecting with others, especially around the world. That's the coolest thing I think about streaming is without the internet. You can literally be like on the other side of the world, and then if you're just watching someone, this is great. It did just now, Sinister. Wow. I don't know. I've got some old stuff, but yeah. It works. pretty much whatever happens, just like technology is weird. It's like you can take care of something for like ever, and then out of nowhere it can just be like, yeah, I don't know. The blocked words? There are a bunch of blocked words. Just stuff that I think that's corrupt and everything. Um, I pretty much just keep out of my chat because I want this to be a pure community. I'm one of the, like, I would say one in a million people out there that actually does that, to where I have such a pure community. Just keep all that out because I don't want to have innocent minds just learn all these messed up stuff. They don't need to be learning it. No learning when the time comes in real life, but I don't need them learning it from my chat. That's something I feel very important to keep a pure community. Um, yeah, because it's just like so many people you meet. Like I was the same way. I meet like so many people from different places, and then our time zones. I just want to like play with them, so it's like staying up and all that. Huh? That's weird. Well, I put him up there in the block terms for a reason, so I don't know. Cause there's like a lot of basic stuff that I looked up that was like drug slang. I didn't completely finish the whole drug slang dictionary, so I don't find it necessary until I actually think it's like needed. But that's probably like something. It's weird. But yeah, I just want to like, do the best I can. Like I said, even if it doesn't make sense, it's like don't want to like have it any corruption. So it's kind of hard. There's like a lot of different block terms. But, I don't want to take any chances. So most likely, whatever you're trying to type, just it's probably best not to type that because yeah, if it's blocked, it's blocked. But you seem like an okay person, but it's just like some people can get around that and then just kind of manipulate. So it's like manipulate. Why did I say manipulate? Manipulate the whole word thing. Oh yeah, no, there's such a thing as a capture card that like costs money, but it actually connects to your computer, and it's like that how you're saying a DS recording screen. I wish eventually I probably will get that, but the main thing I want is the whole tripod so I can like hold up my recording device and like record what I want to, and just like decide to like record the audio or something like that. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, okay, yeah. I don't know. Some stuff with the block phrases is weird. So sorry if you just meant, good, but it just let you not type it. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Sometimes Switch is weird, but I know what you mean. Yeah, like a capture card. Because I've tried a lot of different recording devices just in general, just not only for DS, but um, for just like computer and all that stuff. But it's always just not great. It always doesn't like record the audio, or just it glitches and just screws up the whole recording. So I just thought it would be best to record off of like a separate device. And even if the quality and the audio might not be the best right now, it still works. Like you're watching me, it's not that bad. Yeah, I'm still a beginner, even though I do a lot of research and all that stuff. Is just when people come and just follow and stuff like that, that's what happens. Usually that's how you become like popular. But I'm not really looking for that. I'm just looking to support my family pretty much. I don't mind about being popular. I really don't. But there's plenty of other streamers obviously that have way more experience than I am, so I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if people just like watch them instead. But I just do the best with what I got pretty much. What I'm really hoping for is to become a partner slash affiliate on Twitch so I can make my own emotes. Cause I'm sure you've seen like certain streamers have like custom emojis and all that stuff, like of their face or something like that. But I used to make a lot of different art, like pixel art. So eventually, when I can have that, I want to have like custom ones for like when someone falls or something like that. I can have like an alert towards like this certain walking animation of like a character I made. Just stuff like that. That's what I really look forward to, and obviously actually making money off this whole thing. That would help because that's the whole reason why I'm trying to make a career out of this. But yeah, I think that would be like one of the most fun parts is like having your own emojis, emotes. I think that would be super fun. But it's obviously going to take a while. Even if I do get 50 followers, you have to have like 75 viewers on average, which is crazy. Like you would have to have, it's insane. Yeah, I know what you mean. But like for now, since I'm not a partner or anything like that, they would have to pretty much like depend on like the whole credit card thing. And people can actually scam you, you know. They can actually just refund their purchase or something like that months later, and then you can be like bankrupt or something like that. It's really bad. Like I'm feeling like whenever someone like asks me that they want to donate, unless I actually trust them like with Sinister and stuff, I don't think I would actually accept the whole payment thing with credit card because they can easily just scam you just to refund it. So I gotta be careful with that. But yeah. But when you do become like a partner slash affiliate, you unlock these things called bits, where it's pretty much Amazon money, to where it's like one bit is a 1 cent, and then you're fine with that. Like, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, you just got to be careful with that kind of stuff. But the whole bits thing that they have for Twitch, that's like so safe because you can buy so much stuff on Amazon, so that would work perfectly. They can't refund that kind of stuff, so there would be no trolls. So that's when you truly know it's like for real when someone donates with bits. Like that's cool. Because Amazon has like pretty much everything that you can imagine that you can order. It's crazy. And I wouldn't just keep it on my account anyways, because you never know if Twitch is gonna charge you for something for some reason. That makes no sense that they would, but you never know with these kind of things. They can just charge you for like I don't know watching someone, and then it charges you without you even knowing. So that's why I don't have any credit cards and stuff on accounts like this just permanently, because that could happen. So, anyways, enough about me. What's up with you, D Bizzle? I'm guessing you're just waking up. So, what are you up to anyway? Probably eating breakfast or something. I don't want it to just be all about me. I like connecting with my viewers. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like really a really popular online thing. It's almost as big as like eBay. I'm sure you heard of that. But it's like a lot safer, you know what I mean? Like most of the stuff is brand new. It's not like used by other people. So I've used Amazon for years, and that's actually the product of what I'm using to record the stream, the Kindle. That's what I actually am using. So this straight up product from it. But yeah. Ooh, what kind of stuff do you play on PS4? Like, you play what kind of games? Because I know some pretty good ones, like exclusives and all that. But I don't have my own PS4, so it's like I don't know everything, obviously. But I when I go over to my best friends every once in a while, me and him usually chill out on PS4, play stuff like Dead by Daylight. Oh, cool. That's well. Hopefully you do well in your work, because this is pretty much like, I mean, it's fun, but it's like work. But I'm sure you actually have real work, though. Unlike me, where it's like hoping that something good will happen. But it's cool to talk, though. At least it's cool. So I'm guessing you do like online work or something like that, because unless you're like listening to the stream like in the background or something, then that's pretty impressive because you usually want to concentrate while you're working. So yeah, I know what you mean. Fortnite alone is just like pretty boring. I played a lot of Black Ops with my best friend, like versus each other and stuff, like in Zombies. Zombies is a really good one with Black Ops. That's the main reason why I really care about that, because you can just play like single player and stuff like that. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, but yeah, Apex is pretty decent too. It's like I guess the new battle royale that usually people would play instead of Fortnite, because they get pissed off at Fortnite or something. They say, "Oh, Apex is better," but Apex, it sounds interesting. Um, so I guess you're into the shooter type of games, so. Huh. Well, I don't know if this is on PS4, but I was telling Sinister about this. Um, I'm sure you've heard of the game series Left 4 Dead. It's actually a pretty good shooter, um, but it's mainly like you get from one area to the next area, but you gotta still like survive and pick up weapons and all that stuff. So it's pretty fun just to play with others, just like with randoms and all that stuff. You actually work together. Yeah, pretty dead now, because usually the newer battle royales they try to outshine Fortnite so much and then they just die. I know, I completely know what you mean. It's hilarious actually hearing a person who plays Apex say it's like dead now. That's pretty funny. 'Cause I never played it before, because I don't have. The only things I have is this DS, my Kindle, and my computer. That's the only things I have. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Sinister knows. He knows. So many people try to move on to the next best battle royale, and then they're just like, nah, Fortnite. We're going back to Fortnite. But yeah, just let me know what kind of games you like, D-Bizzle. I've got a whole list that I can just like let you know, if depending on what you like. I mean, because I'm a pretty veteran gamer. Um, so is Sinister, so he can hook you up with some stuff. We can do a combo hookup or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's cool just to chill and talk about games in general. Just maybe eventually play someday. Cause yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like Apex was just mainly coming out to just outshine Fortnite. That's literally the only reason why they made it, because Fortnite was so big, and someone wanted to, oh, you like RPGs? Sinister, we got one, dude. RPGs, yeah, RPGs are so good. If you're looking for like turn-based RPGs, yeah. What about Pug B? Those are some good ones. H1Z1 as well. That's good. Yeah. But RPGs, man, Mario and Luigi RPGs are sweet. Yeah. Wow, what a classic PSN name. That's actually impressive that you just got it to be like that. That's awesome. That is so cool. Well, I have something amazing to tell you too that I just got done. So after hours of playing through this whole 10-hour Tuesday live stream. Um, yeah, I finally got all my Pokemon to level 61, and you don't know how long it took. It took hours to grind in this Victory Road. And there's no lucky egg or anything, but O powers and all that stuff. But yeah, I finally got them to 61, so once I get to the place where I can get to the Delta episode, expect me to play that next. But of course, since you're like in Australia time, it'll probably be only during these 10-hour Tuesdays I'll be able to like talk like this, so that sucks. But yeah, I pretty much finished that right when I like was gonna end the stream anyway, so I'll be doing the outro soon. But yeah, I hope y'all like connect and everything, because it's cool to just see. Um, oh, I chose. I actually didn't keep my starter because usually I like to. I used to. I try like Pokemon that I've never used before and beat the games with them. So what I'm rocking, I just chose Mudkip just for as like a HM slave they would call it. But I actually my end game team, the Delta episode is actually the last one to do it at Mega Ruby. So I'm rocking Exploud, Tentacruel, Manectric, Swalot, Aggron, and Mawile. So that's my team for this game. Because I used all the starters before. I already used Torchic, Blaziken, and Torchic, Blaziken. No, what am I talking about? Torchic, Trico, and Mudkip. I've already used those in separate games, beat the games with them, so I just didn't have any starters in this one. So that's just my team I'm rocking out with, but yeah. It's usually, I just like to try every Pokemon that I can that I've never beaten the game before. But yeah. It was. It took like. Because I got only back into this game recently, because I was working on Pokemon Moon. I only beat the champion and all that earlier today at the beginning of the stream. So I was spending, yeah, about over 9 hours on this. So, yeah. To grind that much just in the wild, because I got to get ready for the Delta episode. It's going to be tough, but I got this. But I'm going to go fly to where I'm supposed to be. And then I'll go ahead and do the outro for the stream. Let me see, where's the... There we go, Eon Flute. Yeah, dude, I was like gonna say, if you had any like Pokemon games, like Pokemon Y, X or Y, or Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I wouldn't mind like connecting with viewers and all that stuff. Um, just like battling with them and stuff, because I think that would be so cool. Like I said, I don't know if you have like those ones, but eventually I just like shiny hunting in them and stuff and just playing through them. And hopefully eventually when I do get a tripod, you'll actually see me play through the game, not just me commentating over it, because I do the best I can with that. But you know, you can only have so much to commentate about, and eventually you just want to see it, so it's, you know, kind of understandable. But anyway, Little Root Town. Yes, you're a classic one, classic Pokemon player. That's awesome. I've never, the earliest one that I started out when was Pokemon Diamond. That's the first one that I've ever owned. So yeah, it's not that old, obviously, but wait, can you play G? No, I mean like I'm playing Omega Ruby, like the updated version, like the one for 3DS. But I played Ruby before. It's such a good one. Doesn't matter how old the game is. Like the oldest one that I played and still would play again would be Gold, Crystal, and Silver. I just don't play the original, the only Red, Blue, and Yellow, because I didn't start out with the game, so I probably wouldn't appreciate it. It's just that, yeah, I just like those ones. They don't look like Pokemon to me. They just look like really creepy, weird creatures from Red, Blue, and Yellow. I know it's probably offensive to a lot of old first Pokemon fans, but yeah, I just can't with those. They just seem to be so creepy and not like Pokemon. But eventually, you know what? If people want to see me play it, I'll play it for them on the stream and all that stuff. I don't mind doing that. It's just I wouldn't do it on my own because it doesn't seem like I'm playing Pokemon. It seems like I'm training random creatures and it's weird. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end off the stream. I hope to see you both. I know I see Sinister, but you seem pretty cool, D-Bizzle. I would love to just battle you sometime eventually and just, connect more because, you kind of caught me at the end of the 10-hour Tuesday stream, but at the very least, expect it for, the next one because I do this every Tuesday just to reach as many time zones as I can and just to do the best I can. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just like when you're a child, just things seem like normal. Whatever's fun is fun. But when you look back on it, it just like those kind of things look so creepy from the earlier generations. It's weird. But anyways, yeah, this has been fun. Another 10-hour Tuesday stream. This was good. A lot more new viewers and all that stuff. So, anyways, yeah, expect this to be up on YouTube. Yeah, Sinister, more like next week because your time zone and stuff like that. So literally like once a week, uh, but what was I gonna say? I'm doing the outro. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm most likely going to go to sleep after I get this all edited and stuff and uploaded. But I hope to see everyone who came out another time just to bond and everything because that's what I like to do. So, anyways, I've been your host PauLInstaMyooin and Palam. That's goodbye in Filipino and goodbye. See you two later as well.